Have you ever stood at a crossroads, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, torn between who you are and who you wish to become? Let me tell you the story of Aelia, a young woman who, like many of us, faced a formidable challenge of self-doubt and fear of failure. She lived in a quiet village, nestled at the foot of a great mountain known as the Summit of Dreams. The villagers spoke of the mountain in hushed tones, a place where one's deepest aspirations could be realized, but only after facing the treacherous climb and enduring the hardships that came with it. Aelia had always wanted to conquer that mountain. She could envision herself at the peak, gazing down at the world, her heart swelling with pride and triumph. But each time she imagined taking the first step, she was met with whispers of doubt. What if she failed? What if she fell? The fear of failure gripped her like a vice, and so she remained rooted to the ground, her dreams overshadowed by her insecurities. One evening, while wandering the village square, Aelia stumbled upon an old man. His face weathered, yet his eyes sparkled with a light of knowing. He was a traveler, a man who had traversed many mountains and lived to tell the tales. Intrigued, Aelia approached him, pouring out her heart. "I long to climb the summit of dreams, yet I fear I am not strong enough." The old man listened patiently, then replied with a knowing smile, "You do not face the mountain alone. Each challenge is a teacher, and the greatest lessons are often found in struggle. As Epictetus said, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You must learn to embrace the unknown." His words resonated within Aelia, planting the seeds of courage. The following day, she awoke with a new resolve. She prepared herself for the journey ahead, gathering supplies and provisions. But more importantly, she armed herself with a new philosophy, the Stoic understanding of the dichotomy of control. She would not focus on the outcomes or the fears of failure. She would start with what she could control, her own effort and mindset. As she approached the mountain, a heavy fog cloaked the path ahead. With each step, the terrain grew rugged and unpredictable. Aelia stumbled often, her legs trembled and her breath quickened. There were moments when despair threatened to wash over her, but with each fleeting thought of giving in, she remembered the old man's wisdom. Instead of retreating, she embraced the discomfort, understanding that the struggle itself was a vital part of her journey. Days passed, and Aelia found herself grappling not only with the physical demands of the climb, but also with her internal dialogue. She faced her fears, acknowledging them without letting them dictate her path. On sleepless nights, she pondered Marcus Aurelius' words, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." It was in the darkest hours of her ascent that clarity struck her like lightning. She understood that the mountain was not merely a destination. It was a crucible, a chance to forge her spirit through adversity. As she scaled the final stretch, each laborious breath reinforced her determination. She was not the same young woman who had hesitated below. She had transformed into someone unbreakable. When Aelia finally reached the summit, the sun broke through the clouds, casting a golden light over the world below. As she stood there, the weight of her journey washed over her, filling her heart with an indescribable sense of peace. She realized that this victory was not merely about conquering the mountain, but about mastering herself. In that moment, Aelia understood the true essence of Stoic wisdom. Adversity is a gift that fosters resilience, and the greatest victories are often won within. So, dear listener, as you contemplate your own mountains, what is it that holds you back? Remember, every challenge you face is an opportunity to hone your virtue, your character, your very essence. Embrace the struggle and take that first step. As Seneca wisely stated, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Let your fears be the fuel for your journey, and may you find clarity in each obstacle. What mountain will you choose to climb today?